A water main broke near Northwestern's campus, causing traffic difficulties. We have footage and updates on that break.
Keep it here. Ranger News starts now.
Live on the campus of Northwestern Oklahoma State University, this is Ranger 7.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Liza Ingram.
And I'm Caitlin Ball.
Part of Alva experienced a water outage last Wednesday. 7 News reports Randy Owens has more.
The Northwestern campus was without water for most of the day, February 11th, due to a broken water main just south of Coronado Hall on the corner of Monroe and Young. Workers from the city enlisted the help of inmates from the State Department of Corrections to help with the repairs. Water was cut to most of the city to be able to relieve the pressure on the line so that repairs could be made. When asked about the recent fourth break, a city worker said it was because of a piece of faulty pipe. Water service was restored later that day.
Thanks, Randy. There was a group of 30 individuals from Northwestern who attended the Higher Ed Day at the Capitol in Oklahoma City this past week. That included representatives from all 3 Northwestern campuses, along with a large number of faculty members. Representatives went to the Capitol, and 2 or 3 were assigned senators and state representatives to go and talk to. When they met with them, they discussed the importance of keeping Oklahoma's Promise, or OLAP, in place because that helps over 18,000 Oklahoma students have the opportunity to attend college. They also discussed budget requests made by the state regents for higher education that would mean that Northwestern would receive over $1 million for the next year. They also had the opportunity to sit in on the general session that took place that afternoon and were able to hear the governor of Oklahoma speak along with a lot of other representatives.
Northwestern's own Vice President for Public Relations, Steve Valencia, announced that he is running for Alva City Mayor. Valencia, who serves on the City Council, said when Mayor Arden Chafee decided not to run for a 3rd term that he wanted to step up and serve the community that he and his family have been a part of for over 25 years. Valencia stresses the importance of people getting involved in their community, whether it be running for public office or simply volunteering. Valencia said he's excited for the opportunity to serve and to take the lead of the community of Alva. Elections will be held April 17th, and the local Kiwanis Club is planning to have the candidates give presentations on February 25th.
A Northwestern professor, Dr. Eric Schmaltz, has written an article included in a new book published by the German Culture Forum of Eastern Europe in Potsdam, Germany. The article, which is titled Germans from Russia in America, is part of the book called Overseas, German-Speaking Immigrants from Eastern Europe Around 1900. Schmaltz's article is based on his public presentation to the forum in December 2010 in Potsdam. The book covers included one of Schmaltz's historic family photographs taken in 1920, North Dakota. The book is about the variety of German-speaking migrations from Europe to the 2 American continents and Australia around the turn of the 19th century. It explains how the immigrants sought to overcome the challenges in their new homelands while at the same time retain some aspects of their traditional identities. Schmaltz expressed his gratitude to the German Culture Forum of Eastern Europe for the special opportunity to present some of his research to a wider international audience. He had been invited to speak in historic Potsdam several years ago. Dr. Schmaltz is currently a Northwestern Oklahoma State University Associate Professor of History and co-executive director of the Northwestern Institute for Citizenship Studies. Outside of university duties, Schmaltz edits 2 journals, presents at regional to international gathering, and continues to do his personal research. Up next, we will have Bruce and Adriana give us an update on Ranger sports.
Later, we have Talks with Tori discussing trends in celebrity gossip. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Ranger sports fans. I'm Bruce Wright.
And I'm Adriana Becerra.
Softball competed in the UAM 8-State Classic this past weekend. On the first day, the Lady Rangers competed in 2 thrilling games that ended as victories in walk-off fashion. The Rangers took care of Pittsburgh State first in a 4-3 game, followed by another big victory against Central Missouri, 5-4 in the late game. Both pitchers, Laura Miller and Shelby Anderson, went the distance in their starts and earning big wins in the process. Northwestern's offense was headlined by Jessica Sandoval, who had a banner day, hitting above 400, while teammate Taylor Ratham also performed well at the plate, hitting .333. The second day wasn't so kind to the Lady Rangers as they fell to Northeastern State 7-3 and Emporia State 7-6. 5 players hit the ball well, batting .400 or better, while 2 Rangers hit .500, led by Jordan Haya and Caitlin Cootie. Despite collecting 14 hits on the day, the 2 Northwestern pitchers, Shelby Anderson and Laura Miller, fell short in each of their starts.
The Ranger baseball team opened up conference play this past weekend at home against Southeastern Oklahoma State University. Rangers took Game 1 off the Savage Storm with a 3-1 victory. Both teams were slow to pick up, but Northwestern's Josh Caruso came up big for the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th. Caruso sent a line drive out to the left field wall that brought in 2 Rangers to put the black and red up 3-1 and eventually win the game. Saturday, Rangers dropped both games to Southeastern and had an offensively rough day. Rangers were scheduled for non-conference play against OPSU this Tuesday, but have been rescheduled for March 3rd due to weather conditions. Next for the Rangers will be a trip down to take on the East Central Tigers for a 3-game series starting Friday. To keep up with the game live this weekend, check out www.riderangersride.com.
It's that time of year again, where legends are born and stars are made. That's right, Ranger Nation, it's intramural basketball season. But the intramural program has a new leader, Chris Lauderdale. I got a chance to catch up with Chris and see what is being done to continue to improve Northwestern's intramural program.
Intramural sports is a great way to get students involved on campus, and Northwestern has 5 sports. New head of intramurals, Chris Lauderdale, has come up with some different ways to try and get more students involved.
We've had the same sports for several years, so we tried to get the students involved by sending out a survey. And we went through a few questions for intramurals of times and new sports, just kind of get the students' voice on how to improve in intramurals. This is for the students, so we obviously always want to get feedback from the students on what we can do. So any new ideas we can come up with to try to get their voice, we're always out there looking.
Although Chris has done a great job at getting more students involved on campus, there's still 2 sports that struggle to get student interaction: dodgeball and volleyball. The organization has even considered dropping these 2 sports.
Main sports, basketball, flag football, and I'm assuming softball, you're always going to get a good chunk of students to come out and play those. We don't really ever have a problem getting students. I mean, basketball, we have 23 teams, about maxed out on basketball. For flag football, I think we had 8 or 10. So you always get a good idea of what's going on. Dodgeball and volleyball have always been, we've really never had an issue getting students to come out.
Intramural basketball is midway through the season now, with games every Monday through Wednesday from 6 to 10. Get out and catch some games, Rangers, and be on the lookout for intramural softball, which begins after spring break. Sign up and have a blast, and maybe even win a free t-shirt.
Dustin Searcy, NWOSU senior rodeo team member, claims victory in Las Vegas. Searcy rodeos for the college, but also rodeos in the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. He entered 35 rodeos in 2014 on his PRCA permit card, doing good at 20 of them. He accumulated $10,000 in earnings. The PRCA holds a permit finals rodeo in Las Vegas in December. The top 5 cowboys in each event that have won the most amount of money on their permit cards gets the chance to head to Sin City to compete for a championship title. Searcy headed to Vegas with goals in mind. The first of 2 rounds did not go as planned for Searcy and his team roping partner, so they had to win the second round to enter the finals, and they did just that. Searcy and his roping partner won the second round, clinching a victory and title of Team Roping Healer Permit Holder of the Year. Searcy is currently sitting 14th in the college standings for team roping. Rodeo will not stop for Searcy once he graduates from Northwestern in May. He plans to keep rodeoing this summer and next fall. His goals are to win Rookie of the Year next year and try to make it to the NFR eventually. Next week, we'll have another edition for the love of the game. That's it for Ranger Sports today. Thank you for joining us.
After the break, 7 News reporter Tori Schnoffer will fill us in on the latest Hollywood gossip and Talks with Tori.
The
The Northwestern Art Society is now accepting entries to the 12th Annual Art Show. The deadline for entries is February 25th and open to NWOSU students, employees, retired employees, and alumni. A form is available online at www.nwosu.edu/art-show-form. Art pieces should be delivered to the Alva Campus Library Monday through Wednesday before 4:30, March 2nd through the 4th. Anyone with gained permission to turn in work after the deadline may do so. No more than 2 items per category can be entered. There is more than $800 of prize money available to the student winners. Anyone entered in the art show is eligible for the People's Choice Ribbon and a cash prize of $50. The winner is decided by those who go through the art show and submit their votes for the favorite before leaving. All artwork that is submitted must be an individual piece made by the person entering the piece. No kits are allowed, and it must be appropriate according to the standards of the university. Winning art entries are eligible to be on display at a community art show to take the place in downtown Alva at Murrow's Frame Art on Friday, April 3rd during the First Friday Art Walk activities, 6 to 8 p.m.
There will be a theater production called Blow Me Up Jesus scheduled for the 19th, 20th, and the 21st. On the 19th and 20th, the doors open at 7 p.m. and the production starts at 7:30 p.m. On the 21st, the doors open at 1:30 p.m. and the production starts at 2 p.m. If you have any questions, please contact Kimberly Wiest at her email, kkwiest@nwosu.edu. That's kkweast@nwosu.edu or by phone at 580-327-1700.
NWOSU is hosting a second day blood drive on February 18th and the 19th. The blood drive will be held at the Rangers Student Center at the Wyatt Room from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on both days. The Woodward campus has scheduled a drive and will be held on March 4th at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and March 5th from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Woodward Common area. The donors will be put into a drawing for a chance to win a $50 gift card. Why should you donate blood? Did you know that giving blood can not only benefit someone else's health, but can benefit your own too? Whenever you decide to give blood, you'll be given a small physical and at no charge at all. You will get your pulse and blood pressure taken, your body temperature checked, and your hemoglobin. Blood is essential for life. It carries oxygen and nutrients through the body and that fights off infections and helps heal wounds. Every person has a self-generating resource that can generously be given to others when they are in need. Researchers say that if you start donating blood at the age of 16 and donate every 56 days until you reach the age of 76, you would have donated 48 gallons of blood and potentially save 11,000 lives. Just one donation can help save the lives of 3 people. You can make a huge impact in the many people's lives just by donating blood. Register, get your mini physical, donate, and enjoy a small refreshment. It's easy. Remember, if you have a light meal and plenty to drink before donating, you will need 2 forms of identification and a list of medicines you are taking. NWTV7 would love to see your student that participate in our blood drive. After you donate, take a simple picture and upload it with the hashtag Rangers. Save lives, and we will post some of the donors on next week's show.
Are you dying to know the latest gossip in Hollywood? Today we are bringing you our first edition of Talks with Tori, featuring the latest Hollywood trends and gossip.
Hollywood gossip, the Hollywood scoop. I'm your host, Tori. This is Talks with Tori. So everyone knows about the big award show, you know, the Grammys. I know it's a little bit out of date, but Kanye West pulls another stunt. My goodness, little did he know, this charade only boosts Beck's album sales by 1,000%. Literally, look it up. You all remember when he snubbed Taylor Swift a while ago? Now, she got her revenge. She refused to show up in his fashion show. Speaking of snotty attitude, Kanye's own daughter threw not only 1 fit, but 2 at Fashion Week. Oh my gosh, really, child? Northwest wasn't the only big deal during Fashion Week. Ding, 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 ding. History moment of the day, the very first Johnson when Jamie Brewer walked across the catwalk for New York's Fashion Week. All thanks to designer Carrie Hammer. Her show was aimed at real women in society, so who knows, you could be next. Thanks for watching the first ever segment of Talks with Tori.
Please hang up and try again.
Next week, we'll have another edition of Talks with Tori. If there are any topics you would like to know more about, send us a message on Facebook or email Allison Zimmerman at aazimmerman@nwosu.com.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us and tune in next week.